Hello mga yo! In this video, I'm going to teach you how to record, edit, and share a video using Camtasia. But before anything else, I would like you to be familiar with the Camtasia interface. So this is the Camtasia interface, and it consists of 4 parts: Tools, Timeline, Canvas, and Properties. So yung una is Tools, which is located here at the top left. So the tools consist of the media where the video clips that you're going to edit will be shown here. The library where it contains icons, intros, lower thirds, etc. Next is the annotations, and it contains the text, arrows and lines, different shapes, blur and highlights, etc. Next is the transitions. Then next is the behaviors, which are like customized animations and other effects. So that's for the tools. Below the tools is the timeline, where you do all the editing, the arranging, and this is also where you put the titles or the text. For example, you click and drag the text here, and this is also where you can play the video. And it consists of tracks, and tracks behaves like layers, where the topmost tracks will appear over the lower tracks. So ang susunod ay canvas. So dito i-display yung video output galing sa timeline. So lahat ng ilalagay mo sa timeline, like the video clips and the text, will appear in the canvas. And you can also directly put the text in the canvas aside from putting it in the timeline. So we can click and drag the text and put it in the canvas, and you can manually position the text wherever you want. So it has snap features. You can position precisely where you want the text to be positioned. So that's the canvas. Next is the properties, which is located here at the right portion of the interface. So if you click one of the elements in the timeline, like the video clip, the properties of that video clip will appear here. One of the properties is the scale, which you can easily adjust, its opacity, rotation, and you can easily reset the values. So that's all for the interface. Now let's move on how to record your screen. So ang una mong gagawin is go to the top left portion and click the record button. So click natin to, and the Camtasia record interface will appear. We have a lot of options here. Una, yung full screen, which is the default setting. So ibig sabihin nito, i-record niya yung full screen ng monitor mo. Next is you have the option to choose the size of the screen recording. You can choose 1080p, which is the size of my monitor right now, or you can choose 720. So this is the size of the 720. Or you can manually resize the screen area where you want to record. So usually you always choose full screen. And then you also have the option to turn on the camera, and I have 3 cameras here, but I don't want to turn on my camera. And you also have the options to choose what microphone you want to use. So I chose this microphone. Then if everything is ready, you can now press record, and the countdown will begin. So you can now start recording. For example, hey, this is a test video for Camtasia tutorial, and I hope you learned something from this tutorial. Thank you for watching. And then after recording, you can press stop, or if you're not satisfied with your recording, you can press delete. But if you're satisfied, then you can press stop. After recording, the Camtasia interface will be displayed again, and the recorded file will appear in the media. So this is the one we recorded. So if you click and drag it to the timeline, There are two tracks that will be displayed. First is the video track, and second is the audio track. So if we're going to play it, so you can now start recording. For example, hey, so it's good, the audio is clear. But if you want to cut something, like you commit a mistake, all you have to do is move the playhead. This is the playhead, and for example, you want this part to be cut. Just click one of the handles of the playhead, either the green or the red handle, then click and drag. So it will highlight the area that you want to cut. Then all you have to do is press Ctrl X. Then it will be cut. And you notice that there is a stitch line that will appear. So that means that this area has been cut. Now if you are contented with your recording and you've already cut all the mistakes and everything is ready for rendering, then all you have to do is go to the top right portion and you can see the share button here. Click it, and there are lots of options here. You can render your video for YouTube, Vimeo, or other platforms, but usually I always choose local file and save my video on my PC. All you have to do is click next, choose MP4 format. Then sometimes this one is checked, but I usually uncheck it because I don't want my video to have a controller. Then next. Then you can choose where to save your video, and then you can change the name, and then you can click finish. So I think that's it, and I hope you learned something from this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Bye.